Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work in Scotland. Today I have come on to show you a project that I have made for a blog hop, which is going out on the 6th of June, so hopefully you'll also be seeing this video on the 6th of June. I am recording it beforehand. So for this project I have used Field of Flowers, which is a new set in the new catalogue which goes live on Wednesday the 3rd of June, so the catalogue is already live when I'm doing this blog hop. I do get a bit confused in my head when I do things in advance. Nowadays I mostly do live tutorials, but obviously I'm recording this because it's tied up with a blog hop. So the first card I've made is this one, and I'm going to change it up slightly for this one, but I'm sticking with the same colour palette. So because I'm filming this before the catalogue's gone live, I haven't yet had access to the new in colour inks, but I have got the card and I've got the enamel dots and I've got the ribbons. So what I've done is I've stamped with Mint Macaron and Melon Mambo, which they're different but they seem to tone okay, so I'm just going to use them. But the colours are, if I can remember, let's see, this is a challenge: Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee. Yeah, I'm getting it. So I'm going to use this stamp set. Now this stamp set comes as a bundle with this punch, which is fab. So just to let you see, it is a border punch and it will punch you out a lovely border of flowers. But what I'm going to use in the card is actually the bits that get punched out, because it gives out these delightful little flowers which are just perfect. Obviously I will use the punch the other way round in another card, which I'm sure I'll come on and share with you. So I'm standing up right now, so I'm going to sit down and make a card. So let's have a look. Put that out my way. Stamp set out the way because I have blocked up. Now what I have used are these dies, which are from the Stitch So Sweetly set, which is this one was new to us in the spring summer catalogue, but this set has carried over to the new annual catalogue. So yeah, they're fabulous. I think I might have the rest of the set here. So there's 6 dies that all nest with each other here, rectangle dies, and they've got the beautiful stitched detail and also a scalloped edge. They're just so pretty. And then there's these 4 sort of label sentiment dies. I have used them a fair bit, as you see. I've got my tape and everything on them, but they're delightful, really pretty, but I'm not actually using them in this project. But this is a die set which will be used over and over again. Look at the detail when you cut the rectangle out. The stitched and then the lovely scalloped. Now in this card I used 3 layers, 3 of the dies, but I'm actually thinking that the back one is just a bit too much. I'd like to see a bit more of the border that I've stamped there. So in this one I'm trying out, I'm just doing 2 layers of Whisper White and the Just Jade, and we'll see how that looks when we're done. I know it'll look lovely, but just so in this one I've got the Magenta Madness ribbon. I wonder, shall we use the Just Jade on this one, just basically so that you can see it in use. Oops, project's falling out of the sky here. So that, I'll bring the Just Jade down one and we can use that one in this project just so we can see it out. So I'm going to put the dies away because I'm trying to be tidy. And those of you who know me know that's not an easy thing for me. Okay, so, whoops. Right, I'll change up a few things probably, but where's my ink? Here it is. So just 2 colours of ink being used, Melon Mambo, Mint Macaron. And as I say, they're not exactly the same as these colours, and when I've got, there is a difference, but I should have got you some Mint Macaron and Melon Mambo card out so you can see. But you kind of see it in the ink, but they don't look bad, they look quite complementary. So basically what I did here was on this layer, so I've got Magenta Madness card base, and then on this one I've changed the size of the white layer. As you see, there's a larger border of the Magenta Madness on this one, but I've gone back to the bigger layer of white just to see what difference it makes, and then we can see which one pleases our eye the most. Okay, so I've got the border stamp here on a block and just ink it up. Again, I'm inking it up with the Mint Macaron. Now I don't want it completely onto the card, I want it off a wee bit because I don't want a white border. I'm just trying to make it sure it's parallel with the bottom of the card. Stamping's not brilliant, but I think I need to re-ink this. But it's enough to let you see. In fact, no, I'm going to turn it over. Let's see if we can make it a bit juicier than that. I've always said your paper has 2 sides for a reason. However, I heard one of my fellow demonstrators say, I think it was Esther from Stampin' Star Creations, say there's an emergency side, and I thought that was quite amusing. So I'm using the emergency side. I'm not sure if it was Esther herself or one of her followers, but who coined the phrase, but let's use the emergency side and see if it's any better. If it's not, then I can go back to the first one. Maybe I hadn't just left it long enough to let the ink transfer. Or maybe I'm needing to re-ink my ink pad, that's the other possibility. That's a bit better actually, so there you go. So this is a stamp that you could actually use your pens on, and you could colour in some of the little flower heads. What I didn't check, because this is just new to me, so I'm just getting a handle on it really. There is also this stamp of the little tiny flowers. Now apparently that also lines up with the punch. In fact it does, so if you were to stamp, let me see, maybe, I don't know, doesn't, yeah, it does look, it does line up with the punch, so therefore you could stamp that on a piece of paper and punch them out. Great, superb, gets better and better. So I also wanted to know if you could just maybe dot some of the flowers around in there. Well, I'm going to anyway because I can. I'm just going to put some power to my camera because I don't want it running out in the middle of our film. Right. So I've got Melon Mambo ink anyway. Do you know the only way to find out what things do is to try them? So let's just dot some flowers about in the border. It's alright, isn't it? Kind of makes it more like a flower meadow. I just don't want to spoil take away from the flowers. That's nice, isn't it? Woo! A discovery has been made. Put these right. I think I need that long block again, actually. Which block is this? This is H. This is the H block. That's quite good. And this time, last time I did stamp the hooray. What is it? Not hooray. Always. So as you, let me see, where's the stamp? So the sentiments here, look at the state of me, are, so it's always, so it could be always thinking of you, always in my heart. I'm not sure about always a celebration, maybe. Always in my heart, always my friend. You are always my friend. Always believe, always love, or love always. Lots of little things you can do. Always love you. So there's lots you can do with this. And this wee dragonfly, isn't he divine? Or she? Dragonfly, damselfly, I'm not sure. Right, let's get always up the top then. And pop it up here. Always. That's that bit done. So then I can set that aside. I actually think I already like this better. And what I will do is just, to say it, just different wee tips. So this one is different to my sort of prototype sample. You've got to start somewhere, you know, and then as you go along, to me things develop as we go, but you know, you have to get the stamps on the paper first. Pardon me. So this is a kind of a development from some cards I did last week. You could look back. I did with, oh goodness, I did use these dies as well, rectangle dies in it, and it was like 3 flowers in a row. If you have a wee look back, you'll see it. My brain's not with me. My brain has been left somewhere. Right, so this one I'm going to use this stalk and these 2 flowers which fit on there. So let's just go there. So I'm going to put the stalk down first, just keeping it simple. I mean, you could make this into a bunch of flowers, you could do loads with. These stamps will be used for other things, believe me. So I'm going to pop the stalk on there. And then the flowers, they're sort of, I don't know, they could be like Xanthemum Dahlia type flowers, but they're pretty, it doesn't matter. Just line them up with the stalks. There you go, how pretty is that? And on that one I did tie a ribbon round. Now I also watched, where are my tweezers? Why do things disappear when I'm about? Here they are. I watched Stamping with Ian recently, and he opened a ribbon, and what he did was manage to squeeze the end of the ribbon out without taking the cellophane wrap off, which means that when you're pulling your ribbon, it doesn't completely unravel, look. So the wrap's still on there and it's still keeping the ribbon roughly in place. So it's not rolling off all over the place. So that's really a good tip. So thank you, Ian from Stamping with Ian, for that tip. So I'm just going to, I know it's a bit wasteful, but I'm going to just take off a length of ribbon, because tying bows on video is hard enough, and to do it straight from the roll, that's just probably too much for me. So let's just, I'll stick it on here first. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. I'm going to glue it on here first. So let's put some wet glue. Hang on till I put my other phone on silent. You're not needing to hear all these beeps. Can be quite distracting. Right, so there we go. So I'm layering this up onto the Just Jade. It's actually a really nice shade of green. I'm really liking it. And it tones quite well with the mint macaron. Now let's see if we can do this. I know I'm being wasteful of ribbon, but you know, I can. Because I'm a demonstrator, I actually get a very good discount on my products, so I can afford to be a little bit extravagant. So, you know, if you wanted to sign up, the offer just now is fantastic, and then you would be able to have the discount. It's a great part of being a demonstrator. And the offer just now is our usual £99. You choose £130 worth of goods, completely your choice and completely yours to keep, whether you want to run a business or you don't. A lot of people are just, I shouldn't use the word just, are hobby demonstrators, and you are treated exactly the same by the company, whether you're meeting, you know, whether you're doing all the buying yourself or whether you're selling to other people. It makes no difference to the company. You're treated exactly as well, you know, as well as anyone else. So we're going to get that. So what we're going to do now is pop this on. See, I start telling you stuff and then I distract myself from what I'm doing. But that's okay. I just love being a demonstrator, it's the best. Oh yeah, so I was telling you about the offer. So it's £99, choose £130 worth of product, and that is not our usual all year round deal. But for this month of June, between the 3rd of June and the 30th of June, you may choose a bundle over and above all that, completely free as well. So you could have chosen this bundle or any of our, so apparently there are 24 bundles in the catalogue to choose from. So you would either get a die set and a stamp set, or a punch and a stamp set that go together as a bundle. I believe also we do our blocks in a bundle, so you would, if it says bundle with it, you can choose. So if you wanted to have the complete set of wonderful blocks that we use for our stamping, that could also be your extra freebie over and above. So I'm going to pop this on here. Now on this one, the reason I ended up putting a wee flower up here is because I got an ink splat there. So that was to cover the ink splat. This one I can maybe choose better. So I think I'll pop this up on dimensionals. Again, I didn't do that on the last one, but it's nice just to, you know, to show the changes. I'm just going to use these black ones. They're still available. They are in the new book. So carry on and order them. So if you aren't already, you don't already have a demonstrator and you're interested in buying some of our product and you would like a paper copy of the catalogue, there is a PDF copy available if you go onto my online shop, which is jazzledazzle.stampinup.net. I say there is a PDF catalogue available there. or I can post you out a paper copy if you're interested, and I can send to, at the moment I've only got English version of the catalogue, but I can get access to German and French catalogues, and I can sell in UK, obviously, Austria, Germany, France and the Netherlands. So if you get in touch, I can certainly arrange for a catalogue to come out to you. I'm going to close this up just now. I'm liking this. I think I like this better. So what I'm going to do is punch some flowers out here in the Magenta Madness. So if you are interested in joining up and just want to know a bit more about what might be entailed, there genuinely is no pressure. If you want to run it as a business, that's fab, you'll get all the support going. But if you don't, then there's no one's going to be trying to bully you into doing that. Lots of our demonstrators are hobby demonstrators, and they sign up just for the fabulous discount. Right, so where are my glue dots? So they were here, they were lying about a minute. Oh, here they are, right beside me. Terrible I am. So I'm just going to put a glue dot on each of these, 3 of these little flowers. I think I'll scatter around. Whoops. Let's see if I can. So I'm using the bigger, you get 3 of the bigger ones just with 1 punch out. So I'll just I won't need to put that one quite as, I can place it where I want because I've not got a splatter on this one. So what do you think? If you already have your catalogue, have you had a look? I've not stamped something there, have I? I was going to, right, bear with me. So I'm just going to do Always My Friend because I've got that out already. So let's just hope this will stamp. I should have done it before I just pray. Because it is up on dimensionals, it may not. But I got away with it. Lucky me. And then I'm just putting 3 on. So I'll just pop this one to the side there. And then we'll take the lovely the lovely enamel dots. Let's just close this ink before I end up with a spot. So I thought I would use the bumblebee for the middle of the flower. Although that colour is not already in here, it won't matter. I'm just introducing a very small amount of it. There you go. Oh, the top, that's a bit of a pest. Just be careful when you're lifting your there's just something up. That's it now, it's right now. The bumblebee is under there. It had the wee top had separated from the colour, but just be careful as you lift them. I think because I lifted with my tweezers, because I still haven't found my Take Your Pick tool. It has taken itself off and I'm getting a bit cross now because I thought I would have found it by now. But anyway, what do you think? this was my prototype. And this is what I've refined it to now. I think I like the second one. And I like the addition of the flowers in the border here. But anyway, you have your own opinions. Let me know what you think. If you comment below, or please go over to my blog and have a look at the blog hop. There's lots of other ladies that will be sharing lots of fantastic projects from the new annual catalogue. So my blog is, or my website you might want to call it if you're not a blogger, it's jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. Thank you very much for sticking with me this far. Please subscribe to me if you're not already a subscriber. Please share this with any crafty friends that you think might be interested. And get in touch if you have any questions at all. Thank you very much. See you next time.